Hello students, now today we'll continue with exercise 8.2 chapter 8 comparing quantities, and today I will explain question number 6, 7 and 8. So on the whiteboard you can see that we'll start from question number 6, and in question number 6 we have convert the given percentage to decimal form. That is, in every question of question number 6 we see a percentage form is given and we have to convert the percentage form to a decimal form. So let's see how to do this. Very easy. Now how to write this 25%, we already know this. So 25% can be written as 25 by 100. So when you divide any number by multiple of 10, that is 10, 100,000, so it is very easy. We have learned in our Julia classes that if we have two zeros, then from the extreme right we have to count two digits, 1, 2, and then we have to put point. So the required answer would be 5. 2 after 2 digits we'll put decimal, and you have to put 0 on the left hand side of the 0. This left hand side part you should never leave empty, okay, because this is a whole part form. So 0.25 is the required answer. Now same way we will do this. 150% can be written as 150 by 100. If you want to reduce these two zeros, then you can reduce it if you want. Okay, now again you can write the fractional form as 15 by 10. So we have only one zero, so after one digit we'll put the point, so 5, then we'll put decimal. So on the right left hand side of decimal we have 1, so your required answer is 1.5. Now how to write 20% to a decimal form? Same way, 20 by 100. So 20% can be written as 20 by 100. Now what you can do, you can reduce these two zeros. So after that your required fraction will look like 2 by 10. So we have only one zero, so after one digit we will put the point, so 2.0. So this is your required answer. Now the last sum of question number 6, that is sum number D. So it is written 5%. How to write 5%? We'll write 5 by 100. Now you see two zeros are there, so how to convert this into decimal form? We need two digits, but we have only one digit here. So another digit you have to fill it with 0. Then you will put point and then again 0. So your required answer is 0.05. So this is the required solution of question number 6. So now let's move on to question number 7. Now let's see what we have in question number 7. In a city, 30% are female, 40% are male. That is, out of 100% students, 30% is female, 40% are male, and they are saying the remaining are children. So what percent are children, we have to find out. So what is the first statement that we are going to write is percentage of female. So percentage of female in a city is 30%. The next statement we will write percentage of male in a city, that would be 40%. Okay, now total percentage. Before we find out what is the percentage of children, the first thing that we'll find out is the total percentage of male and female. So total percentage of male and female, that would be equals to 30 plus 40%, that would be 70%. So total percentage of male and female are what? 70%. Now we will find out that what is the percentage of children. Therefore, percentage of children. So out of 100%, 70% is a combination of male and female. So obviously the rest part would be for children, that is from 100 we'll subtract 70, so it would be 30%. So 30% are children. Okay, so this is the solution of question number 7. Now let's move on to question number 8. So here is question number 8. So what we hear in question number 8, out of 15,000 voters in a constituency, 60% voted. So this is the first sentence. They are giving some information that in one particular constituency there are 15,000 voters were there. So out of this 15,000 voters, only 60% voted. That means you don't think it in that way that only 60 people voted. 60% voted out of this 15,000 voters. Now, what is the question? There are two questions in this question. Find the percentage of voters who did not vote. This is the percentage who voted. You have to find out that out of 100%, if 60% voters voted, so how many did not vote? So obviously it is easy. From 100%, you have to subtract the 60%. In that way, you will get the percentage of voters who did not vote. So in this way, you can answer the first question. Now let's go to the second part of the question. Can you now find how much actually did not vote? Obviously, if I know how many voters who did not vote, then I can easily find out what is the actual number of people who did not vote. Okay, I will show you how. But at first, what exactly we have to do? We have to write total voters. First of all, we have to write total voters. That is 15,000 is the total voter. Okay. Second sentence will write percentage of voters So second statement will write percentage of voters who voted. That is 60%, which is given in the question. Okay. Now their first question is percentage of voters who did not vote. Now we'll find out this percentage of voters who did not vote. Who did not vote. So that would be equals to what? From 100% we know that 60% has voted. So obviously the remaining part has not voted. So how to find out? 100 minus 60, that would be 40%. Okay. So this is the answer of the first part of the question. Now what is the second part? Can you now find out? Now they are asking how many voters. Now in numbers they are asking. Now we know in percentage form. Now they want to know that how many total voters have not voted. So therefore, number of people or number of voters who did not vote. This is what they want. So out of 15,000 voters, 40% have not voted. So how to find it out? We'll write 40% of 15,000. This is what we have to check. What is 40% of 15,000? Because this is a percentage who did not vote. So I have to check what is the 40% of 15,000. So 40% can be written as 40 by 100. In place of you can write multiplication sign and then 15,000. Now you can reduce the zeros. These two zeros you can reduce. So that is 40 into 150. So 4 into 15 is 60. And two zeros are there. So 6,000 voters. 6,000 voters has not voted in the constituency. Okay. So this is the required answer of question number 8. I hope all of you have understood the three sums which I have explained. So that's it for today's session. Thank you so much. God bless you and stay blessed.